But he said, look, I'm going to bring it down to the ground, and its foundation shall be uncovered. It's other verses where he talks about whatever's hidden I will expose. I'm going to bring it to the light. Part of why life is so tough right now for some of you, probably all of you, is because he's uncovering some of your foundations, and it ain't fun. I know that's not proper English, but it's just not fun. He's got to tear that down. Why? So he can lay a proper foundation, a foundation that's Messiah, so they can then build up the house properly. Some of us, what we're trying to do is build a house on a bad foundation. The sand or whatever it is, right? So we're building the house on a bad foundation. Like the verse talks about, a builder counting the cost and then building that house and building it out of brick or out of straw, building it on a firm foundation. But there is no other foundation you can build on except Messiah. Well, guess what? Some of us have a mixture. There's some Messiah and some of me. You got to get the me part out and let it all be Messiah. Get that I out of it. It's not part Messiah, part me. You guys aren't a team collaborating on this deal. Get you out of the way and build it all him. It's easier said than done, I know. But we need to get ourselves out of the way and build this foundation, make it him. Because he's uncovering that the foundation still is in him. That's what he's showing you. You keep building that house up, and that's where we get frustrated. We feel like we're getting forward. We feel like we're having success. We feel like we're actually building up and getting somewhere, and then the whole thing goes shh, and you get exposed to show that you're still building a mixture. It's still part you, part him, instead of all him. Hopefully this is kind of making sense to somebody, that is kind of getting in and realizing, oh, so that's what's been going on. That's what he's been doing here. The house keeps getting built, but I feel like I'm going back to square one. Well, because at square one, you make that first square all him instead of part him, part you. But I don't know how to do that. I know, pray. Ask him to help you see how to do that. Then come and get leadership to help you see that and work through whatever it is. That's what leadership's there for. Of course, be careful you're not going to a leadership that has the same agenda you have that's just going to feed into your own desire for it to be a certain way that you like it to be. Because I promise you, whatever preference you have, you'll find a teacher that's going to feed right into that preference. So as a matter of fact, it's probably good that I rub you the wrong way. You don't like when I'm reading the word this way, because maybe that's because it goes against somebody feeding into your agenda. Maybe that's a good sign. Instead of running away from it and kicking and pouting, you should maybe embrace that and say, maybe that's why I'm supposed to be in this congregation or listening to this stuff on live stream, whatever it is, because he is getting into the core and cutting through with the knife, and it hurts, and I don't like it, but it's going to work. It reminds me of my daughter many years ago had I don't know what it was, like a pimple on her knee, but it got infected. It wouldn't just like a normal pimple get big and just pop itself, whatever. It got to where we had to go to the emergency room. And they actually had to lance it. They had to cut it open. And she was all worried about it hurting and everything, but it already hurt because it was really busting and swollen and her whole knee hurt. I said, it's going to hurt when they cut it. I said, but then it's going to feel so much better after it's cleaned out and all that yuck gets out. And when they cut it open, they had to squeeze all of that stuff out. And some of you feel like he's squeezing all that stuff out of you right now, and it's no fun. So basically, what did I just say? We're all a bunch of giant, ugly pimples. Oh, I know that's going to end up like an INFOCUS or something, We're all giant, ugly pimples. But seriously, he's cutting the ones that need to be lanced open, not just going to pop on their own. And then we got to squeeze all of the yucky stuff out of there, else it's going to cause problems. And it goes inside instead of coming out. You have to get it all out. And none of that's fun. It hurts. And she screamed, and it hurt. But you know what? Afterwards, it was all better. Because she was in a lot of pain before any of that was done, because it was starting to really become a problem. So let's understand that this is us. This is us. And he's going to tear us down and uncover that foundation. And you know why? At the end of the verse it says, and you shall know that I am Yahweh.